Hey guys, welcome to the jungle. So we're out here on a jungle island training for the South Thailand Motocross Championship of Thailand. And in this little quick video we're going to talk about something funny, and that is how much horsepower does a motocross track have? And you may think, well boy, that sounds a bit strange because a motocross track doesn't have any horsepower. So I'll just reword it a little bit for you. How much horsepower can a motocross track convert into speed? Okay, so that depends on track conditions. A lot of people think that the more horsepower you have, the faster you can go, and that's generally correct, okay? But actually, to make my point, imagine if you had a motocross track that was made of ice, okay, and you were on normal tires, not spiky tires. So in this case you can clearly follow my thinking that you're not gonna be able to go faster on a 450 than if you're on a 250 motocross bike, right? Because you can imagine that the motocross track on ice, being made of ice, cannot provide enough traction to convert all that horsepower into forward motion. So you're just gonna wheel spin like hell, even adding about 1% of throttle or about 1 horsepower to the track. So my point is, if the track is made of ice, maybe the horsepower that the track can provide traction for is only 1 horsepower, or probably 0.1 horsepower in reality. So now you get the point. Okay, so if you got like super slick conditions, like if it's a mud race where it's super greasy and clay, wet clay, then maybe the ideal amount of horsepower to have good throttle control is 20 horsepower, for example. Okay, and again, if you got like super dry, dusty conditions and hard packed, maybe you only need 35 horsepower to ride at your best and to have optimal acceleration. I've actually had some of the World Championship MX2 coaches come to this track, and they said that their 250 bikes were tuned up to 50 horsepower, and on some tracks the 450 class bikes, they tuned them down also to around 50 something horsepower. You know, 450s usually put out around 60 horsepower at the top level. So, but for some tracks, if it's slick, you don't even benefit from having that extra horsepower. Actually, you can ride the bike better, you can apply better riding technique if the power of the bike is down tuned to just the optimal range of what the track can provide via traction, and how much horsepower the track can absorb, so to speak. So pretty interesting stuff, you know. And there's also some interesting gray areas with mixed track conditions and sand tracks. In sand tracks you want a lot of power, actually. You want a shit ton of power because you're just basically gonna be generating thrust by shoveling dirt and like roosting dirt behind you, or sand to be exact. So sand, you want a hell of a lot of power. On hard packed it's a little bit different, and then everything in between. So just keep in mind that horsepower is not everything. Actually, there's an ideal range. So depending on what track you're gonna ride, you can decide how much power you need your bike to put out, and what map, you know, what map switch you want to choose on your ECU mapping on your bike. You know, the new bikes, they have like map switches for aggressive, medium and mellow power map. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you want more, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.